Well, what is going on, everyone? RC84 here, like always. Thanks for watching. So, my friends, check out what we have here on the RC workstation. Another vehicle from KABOLITE. This is an RC construction vehicle, and it is not mine. This is actually my dad's. My dad's been out there on the site. He decided that he wanted to upgrade his dump truck to something a little bit better, and he picked the perfect vehicle for this. So let's go ahead, pull this thing out the box and take a closer look at it. All right, so out of the box we got a nice foam carrying case for the vehicle. KABOLITE does a nice job at packaging their RCs, and I think when you pay a little bit you get a little bit more. I always say that, but anyway, let's go ahead and pop this open. Things like vacuum sealed. There we go, boom. All right, let's make some room here. All right, so we got our instruction manual here, the KABOLITE K960, 1/20th scale, more like 1/16 really, but anyway, this is a 6-wheel drive articulating dump truck hydraulic vehicle, and look at how sweet this comes packaged up. Like, this thing is not moving anywhere. But all right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So first off, looks like the charger for it. Yes, that is the charger that does a 2 to 3 cell LiPo or lithium ion. I don't know why it says LiPo on it. Same typical one that came with my track loader there, the 963. So we got that, charging cable, and this metal plate. Looks like it's got a lot of Chinese on it. Let's see if y'all see that. Not exactly sure what it says. I guess that's just their testing of it, whatever. But anyway, so we got that. We got some nice little stickers here for the vehicle. K960 KABOLITE. All right, we got our hydraulic fluid, which is nice that they include that with the kit. And we got our battery here. It's KABOLITE 7.4 7500 milliamps with the XT30 plug on it. Nice battery. Look at this thing. This is just amazing how well it's packed and stuff. They also give you a couple little storage areas for like batteries or whatever. Let's see what we have here. A syringe, 60 millimeters. You can hold it. Discard after use. Yeah, well, I probably won't discard it, but definitely nice to have. All right. So next is the controller, the Fly Sky controller. This is a really nice controller. Looks like it's got a face. Looks like a robotic face there. Turn it upside down, it kind of looks like a cat face now. But this is a really sweet controller. 12 channels, 2.4 gigahertz, takes 4 AA batteries, and you can actually, if you don't want to do the AA batteries, you can do a 2-cell LiPo pack in this. So that's really cool. A lot of different little knobs and switches and stuff. Let's pull these little things off here. Now, supposedly on how this dump truck is going to work is that your left stick is forward and reverse. Your right stick is right and left turn. And then to activate the dump bed is the little scroll dial up here to raise it up and down. That's pretty much basic it, other than this switch right here controls the little flashing light on top. This one's, I don't think do anything. This one right here does the lights for the vehicle, and that's pretty much basic it, but it is a really good controller. All right. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Nice little piece there. We'll set that to the side. Wow, look at that thing. It's a beast. Wow. All right. I think this is definitely going to be a two-handed thing. So I'm going to have to put the camera down somewhere Boom. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing out. Somehow or another, we'll get it out of here. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to break anything in the process, because Dad will have my butt if I break his toy. How cool is it for your parent to buy them an RC? Pretty cool, right? Oh my Lord. This thing weighs a lot. All right. Ooh. All right. Okay, that's pretty heavy, but look at this. Oh, articulating. All right, we got to put something down. Keep box. All right. That's heavy. That is extremely heavy. So. On our remote. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a whirl. Nice and smooth. Let's move this out the way so we don't knock anything off. That is buttery smooth. I mean, just listen to the sound of it. Backup sound. There are lights. Hazard lights. No lights. Full lights on. We got our strobe light up there that does different strobings. Let's move it a little closer here. Blinky, blinky. Strobe. Off. And then back on. One of the things I did notice with the truck is when you're going in reverse, it's like you got to shift it into reverse. You stop. All right, let's do the hydraulic function on it. Wow, that is pretty cool. Put that down. And you can adjust the speed of it too, so you got some nice rubber wheels, very stiff wheels too. little bit of clicking sound, but I think that is just from the turning of it. Might have to adjust that a little bit. That's just the basically the U joints there are just kind of to their max peak right there. All right. Since we can't, don't got much room, so I turned it around so you can see the back here. We do have some lights on the back, some reverse lights, brake lights. Yep. And we'll love how the door opens up on the back there. All right, let's get with the beans real quick. I don't want to make it go too far. So there you go, my friends, the KABOLITE 960 articulating 6-wheel drive hydraulic dump truck. This thing is pretty sweet. The only complaint that I have is that you can't open up the doors to get a little person in there. That is the only complaint that I have on this vehicle, is that you just can't get a little person in there. The doors don't open up on both sides. Kind of bummer, but that can be arranged. I will get one in there. It looks like there's 4 screws to take this top off here, and I can put a little figure in there. Now, one of the other things that I'm going to do is, since this controller is very programmable controller, I'm going to set it up for Dad, for him to be able to use this thing, because you know my dad's one-handed, and the way he's been running the dump truck, the Volvo dump truck, is that he'll have to go forward. He will have to go use the left stick for forward and reverse, and then the right stick for the steering. And so what I want to do is that I'm going to take the steering and mix it in with the throttling, so that way with one hand he can control everything right there. And I'm going to switch the dump control over to this wheel knob here, so that way everything will be on his left side there, so he can operate, so he can drive it and turn it without have to go, stop, turn, go, stop, turn. It's going to be a lot better for him. And with this truck being buttery smooth and stuff, it's definitely going to help him out there on the site, because with the Volvo dump truck, which is a really good vehicle. It is really good. And all right, it's good $200 spent right there. It does have somewhat proportional steering and throttling, not the best. I wouldn't really say, it is a good truck, but it does have somewhat of a proportional steering and throttling, but not the best. It's a little jerky, and sometimes could be a little hard to drive and stuff. Hello, fishies. But anyway, this truck is going to be a whole lot better for him. I'm stepping over things. But it's going to be a whole lot better, especially when I make that switch up there, which is going to be really simple to do. It's not hard whatsoever, just to take the steering and put it over here on the throttling. So it's going to be a lot better for him. And so yeah, well, my friends, there is the unboxing of Dad's new RC vehicle. He did an amazing job at picking out such a very awesome vehicle. And I definitely know that this is going to help him out there on the site and be able to get around. But wow, I'm telling you, when Dad does something, he does it the right way. It's go big or go home, and he does not want to go home. But anyway, my friends, well, there you go. Thanks for watching this video. Smash that thumbs like, comment down below, subscribe if you have not. You know how YouTube works. But anyway, my friends, there we go. And see you out there on the site.